andando verso la, come si chiama, la diga che sta qua sotto, che l'acqua dovrebbe essere l'acqua portabile, ma purtroppo zappando, lasciando gli animali liberi a mangiare e tagliando tutte le alberi, le conseguenze sono queste. Adesso c'è l'acqua perché ha piovuto, altrimenti fra un po' non ci sta neanche un goccio d'acqua. E allora il nostro bisogno o il nostro volere o pensiero è di piantare gli alberi, specialmente i bambù, tutti intorno lungo la riva, che sia da questa parte che sia da quell'altra parte, e recintare, perché tutte le volte che si piantano gli alberi qua o di là lasciano gli animali e gli animali mangiano tutte quante, e quindi ci sarebbe bisogno di aiuto di recintare, e poi se troviamo i donatori che ci possono aiutare anche con materiali per fare tutti questi lavori qua, perché veramente quelle che ci abbiamo fino adesso abbiamo potuto fare, ma non più di tanto. Qua come vedete questo è uno del fiume. E nel primo registratore abbiamo visto altri fiumi, hanno parlato altre persone, non io. Io invece sto parlando adesso per farvi vedere che veramente da fare è tanto e tantissimo, e quindi se ci potete aiutare veramente saremo grati. Recinti e le buste per piantare gli alberi, i carrioli, le zappe, le tende, perché qua veramente fa freddo, e poi i giovani che vengono a lavorare qua, tanti vengono un po' da distante e lontano, che insomma un posto che possono dormire una volta, montante tende, possono stare lì a dormire e poter lavorare. E quindi veramente abbiamo bisogno di tanto aiuto. Adesso sto spiegando un po' così perché tutto come dovrebbe essere fatto e tutto quanto scritto, perché magari io lo spiego un po' così alla svelta, ma aprendo, come si chiama, il nostro network, vedrete tutto veramente per scritto come dovrebbe essere fatto, e come era e come dovrebbe essere in futuro se Dio ci aiuta. E quindi ragazzi, io sono qua e vi aspetto e vorrei sentire da voi qualcosa, non so quando, ma lo so che voi ci siete e mi ascoltate e capite quello che io voglio esprimere, anche se non esattamente quello che voglio dire. Quindi vi ringrazio, e ancora adesso stiamo prendendo qua, mo andiamo verso la diga e torniamo di nuovo nel nursery, dove ci sono tutte le piante che dovrebbero essere traspiantate, tutti questi vari qua, eccetera. E quindi ci vediamo fra un pochettino lì, e spero che tutti voi state bene, e ci vediamo fra un attimino. Ciao per adesso.
Thank you. Nĩ tondũ wa mũgamba ũcio wa maĩ.
Welcome again. As you can see, the water is running at a very high speed due to lack of preservation, tree preservation. there are no trees along the water bank as it ought to be. So the speed of the water, as you can watch, is very high. So we need to plant trees to reduce this high speed of the water. Thank you. As you can watch over there, there's a tree track. That is just but a sample of the destruction that has been caused. There were so many trees in the past, but that is just the leftover of the many trees that were there. So we are appealing to be assistant to preserve these river banks. We are preparing to plant trees along the river banks, and we are appealing for assistance to fence along the river banks so that after planting the trees, no more sheep, as you can see, will be grazing there. As you can see, a herd of sheep grazing there. That has been one of the factors that has been bringing destruction to the river banks. So we are still appealing for financial assistance to fence along the river bank so that the trees will no longer be destructed in the very near future. Thank you.
Hello, good people. We are at the tip of Chania River, as you can see down there. You can also see what we are talking about, and the issue of this demonstration of communities living within this area, farming right up to the tip of the river banks. You can see the color of the water is muddy, is muddy because of the erosions. If you look across there, you will see that hill is completely devoid of any trees, and you can see a lot of stumps that were trees that were holding off the soil runoffs. They are no longer there, and the situation is bad and was still being aggravated by this kind of farming. So we are teaming up with the communities living along here. We intend to rehabilitate a stretch of a total of 700 kilometers of riverbank of about 8 rivers with conducive tree species that will contain these kind of soil runoffs, and which will be highly beneficial to the communities living here. We have propagated in excess of about 7 million seedlings, which we shall be seeing shortly, that we intend to collaborate with the communities living along these riverbanks to rehabilitate these riverbank riparian sites to contain the situation. As you have rightly heard, the water levels have completely depreciated to almost 3/4 due to this kind of degradation. And it is our hope that well-wishers will come forward and assist us, particularly in just fencing. Trees we have raised, we just need a lot of help in fencing. The communities are agreeable because they have also seen the effects of their own doing, because even drinking water is a problem. They have to really go down to collect drinking water. So we are optimistic that this program will indeed be successful. Don't go away. le sedi d'acqua nel fiume che sta correndo, ma ti guarda, è una meraviglia, ma tutto quanto distrutto, le montagne molto. Sì, almeno questa qua è una bella cosa di natura, quindi almeno è bello.
Chania.
Kenya.
Okay, work out very short.
This is the Chania at its peak because it's rainy season, and as you can see, the color is muddy black, muddy brown, full of silt and sedimentation, and all this water with its affluent is destined for Sasumua Dam, giving rise to a lot of purification and rehabilitation, constant rehabilitation of the dam. And this, we are saying, has to stop. As you can see, these are all stumps of trees that were and that are no more. You've just seen people, some community members are also clearing the hills, giving rise to further siltation and soil runoff, seriously affecting Sasumua Dam. It has to stop. Don't go away.
Thank you.
Hello there again. We are at Multi-Touch International Tree Nursery at Sasumua Dam. And as you can see, we have varieties of tree species here. Like here we have croton megalocarpus, we have podos, we have olea, we have prunas, we have varieties of fruit species, and all these tree species are destined for the catchments that we have just seen. And these are investigated species and authenticated as conducive for the catchment sites that we have just visited. And the quantities here, as per now, we started this tree nursery last year in October. We are just slightly over a year old, and we have about 300,000 prunas and other assorted amount to about, in total we have about 600,000 seedlings, which should be ready for planting come May this coming year, that is 2013 rain season. We are anticipating to plant most of all these trees, which will definitely be ready. As you can see, they are over at least almost a meter. They'll be about a meter by May. We also have podocarpus. We also have Prunas africana, Olea africana, and bamboo in B2. That is B2, where we are propagating and aspiring to propagate at least 10 million bamboo species destined for the catchments that we have just seen today. Today is the 29th of December 2012, and we are aspiring to plant all these seedlings within the next 5 months, that is 2013.
and we are optimistic that in collaboration with the communities living within these target areas and the areas we have just seen, these trees will go a long way in containing the soil erosion, the siltation, and indeed contain the degradation of the river systems that we have just observed. And again, we are appealing to well-wishers, people who know and understand that we cannot live without a checked environment, to come in strongly and assist us, even by donating polythene tubes like this. Yeah, you can donate even wheelbarrows, seeds. We also need polythene greenhouse material for 1 acre to an unlimited acreage. Since the climate within this territory we are of the Aberdares, it's very, very, very cold. So tree species and indeed most plants grow very, very slowly. So we really need a lot of greenhouse material. We also need farm inputs, various farm inputs like wheelbarrows, hoes, machetes, and those kind of inputs. We'll be very, very grateful. We also need a tractor to transport. Tractor, maybe a pickup, even if it is second-hand, to transport these seedlings to the sites that we have just seen. As you have seen, they are quite far off and very steep. It will be an uphill task transporting these seedlings on our backs. So we really appeal to well-wishers, those of you who have seen what we are trying to do,